Get ready for some wow on the Signature Mike Show.
I got that wow. Who wants some hands up right now? We got that. Turn it up loud. I know you're wondering how. I got that wow.
I love it. Doesn't that music make you want to dance?
It does.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, everybody, on our second brand new Signature Mike Show. We are so thrilled that you're watching today. We have some great guests today. I have Michael Harley with F&M Bank. I have Stephanie Richardson with D&S Painting. And I'm going to do a really fun design dilemma at the end. I'm going to show you some before and after pictures of a really great project that I worked on. So please stay tuned and watch us. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Everybody. We're going to start with Stephanie today. My friend Stephanie, we have known each other a long time. Yes. You own a painting business, D&S Painting.
Yes, myself and my husband, we both do. Yes, sir.
Yes, it is amazing. You have a great crew.
I do.
Really awesome crew. I love locally owned businesses, especially you're a lot like me in the work that you do. You're very involved.
Very, every day, hands-on.
I mean, did you not say you had to scrape some?
I literally was scraping paint off of
Paint off before you, because you were painting this morning.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're very involved, which is important.
It is.
I know so many different contractors, they will send a variety of people out, and they're not really invested so much or involved, and problems can happen.
Yes.
You know, things happen like that. But I love it. When did you start this painting business? How did all of this become D&S Painting?
Actually goes back to childhood. My father's always been in construction and painting, and then he taught my husband how to paint shortly after we got married. And then about 10 years ago, we decided to give it a try on our own, and we haven't looked back. It's just taken off.
That is amazing. A lot of work ethic, being in the right place at the right time. Referrals.
Lots of customer referrals, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I love referring you to people.
And we love it too.
I don't like to refer necessarily if I know I'm going to get a call back and say they messed something up. But when I come across a contractor or any worker person that does a great job, that I know they're going to show up, they're going to have a great price,
yes,
and they're going to do that. I mean, it's important.
Yes, I try to be very fair in my pricing and be very competitive in my pricing, because there's a lot of good painters in Augusta, and we just want to be considered.
I love that you said that. It's always nice to know. In my field, of course, we have to appreciate what everyone else does, and there's plenty of work in town for all of us.
Yes.
So I think that mindset alone sets you at a certain level. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Well, as we know, paint is one of the least expensive design elements.
It is.
In a room, in a home, exterior, interior, you do both.
We do.
Of those, and you do commercial work as well.
Yes, sir.
So, again, paint is so easy for us. Now,
yes,
I know sometimes I have a little prop here. A client should never get a hold of these.
No.
Should they not? I mean, they go to the paint store and they want a fan deck, and I see that, and I don't know why they give it to a client, or why they give it to somebody, because, I mean, it's just absolutely mind-blowing to a novice, to somebody who doesn't know what all of this means.
Yes.
But to you and I, we can lead them in the right direction.
We absolutely can, and do on a daily basis.
Yes. Do you have any tips for someone, you know, when they show you this and they say, I'm so confused?
Start with a piece of furniture or something like that you want to focus on, and then you want to accent that. I always say stay generally neutral for the most part, and bring in a pop of color in a room or two as you want. Color drenching is huge right now, going top to bottom. And, you know, just one of the things that I tell all of our clients is your home is your happy place. Do what makes you happy. Be happy when you come home. And it's just paint. If you hate it, we'll change it.
I love it. It's like you're in my mind. I like that we think, we didn't talk about this before.
Not at all.
But that's the thing. We know how to get where we need to go.
Yes.
I talk to clients a lot by process of elimination. You know, let's say they want a blue color, and they'll pick out a blue that is, you know, they'll think, oh, I want an aqua color. So they'll look at like this card right here. And as you can see, you get 4 walls reflecting on another in this.
It's going to be intense.
It's going to be way too bright and way too intense. So we need to tone it down, maybe with a little gray that in the blue, something like that. So this is more of a yellow blue. So that yellow, that bright's going to pop out of there. So we want to, you know, go to the shades maybe that has a little green or a little gray. Those might even be too
exactly. But
extreme.
one of the things that the paint store can do that a lot of people don't realize is you can take a color that you like, and we can take it to the paint store and have them cut that 25%, 50%, 75%, and bring that tone down some.
Exactly. I see that on ceilings sometimes. People want the wall color to be on the ceiling, but of course not the same color. So they do it down 75%. So it has just a hue of that in there. So if that's the look they want to go for. But again, process of elimination. One thing, especially on the main part of a fan deck, they call this a fan deck, you know, if you see brown in the base color, in the darker color, and that's where you're going to see more of what the base of the color is, then as you go up here, it's also still going to have that tone. Up in here, it's just now a lighter shade.
Exactly.
But anyway, process of elimination and comparing. I mean, it's okay to go to the paint store and get, you know, a separate card.
It is.
But something like this is a little much.
It is. They also have the peel and stick ones that you can now purchase, and it gives you a good sample. You just put it right on your wall, and it peels right off, no problem. And it gives you an idea with lighting and everything how it will look in your room.
That's awesome. I don't know about this. I know about like the little cans you can get, like a couple of ounces of paint, and you can try it.
You can do that too. The peel and sticks are just a simpler
much
way.
easier.
And you can move them around your room for different lighting as well.
That's a great idea. Thanks for sharing that. When I tell people to do a little sample, I'm like, put it next to your trim color, put it next to a wall that has a lot of natural light during the day, maybe in a space in the corner that's more shadowed, so that you can see how it's going to change during the day as well.
Yes, our lighting plays a huge play in how it's going to look. How it looks in the daytime, how it looks at night can be two very different colors.
Absolutely. And you mentioned color drenching, which is popular. We're going to talk about that on my Design Dilemma today. I did a room, we color drenched the room, and we do that a lot in offices and dining rooms and certain rooms that we want to segregate and separate and make a little bolder than the rest of the house.
Yes.
You don't want to do a whole house in that.
No, you don't.
You know, and sometimes it's just an accent wall.
Yes.
So we have to be very careful. But that's what we're here to talk about. You are going to be on the show and giving us all kinds of tips down the road. This is just an overview of what you do and how we work together and how we work with clients, how we empower them to make wise design decisions with paint.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, awesome. Well, we cannot thank you enough for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and I'll try not to bring this anymore and freak anybody out, because again, it is very overwhelming.
It is very overwhelming.
And you have some tools that you're going to be sharing with us down the road as well.
Sir.
So we'll have that on the show also from time to time. Awesome. Well, keep watching the show. You're going to learn more about paint. And stay tuned for my next guest. He's very important with what we do as well. We'll be right back.
Hi, Suzanne Lily Honey-Michael here with Hardwood Floors & More. For years I've been talking to you about our floors, but did you know we are the largest locally owned lighting gallery in town? We have interior and exterior lights and ceiling fans also, so we can help you with any lighting project. We carry all brands to include Savoy House and Visual Comfort, and we are so excited we are now your local Capital Lighting dealer. Visit us today and discover for yourself why Hardwood Floors & More has so much more in store for you.
Home isn't just a place, it's where life happens. At the Villages at Bordeaux, each townhome invites you to build memories, celebrating life's little moments and big dreams. Thoughtfully crafted by Herbert Homes, your home offers comfort, energy efficiency, and easy access to our event center, Bordeaux Steak and Seafood, I-20, and downtown Thompson. Ready to find your place? Call today to schedule your tour of the Villages at Bordeaux.
Welcome to Second City Distillery. We are handcrafted one bottle at a time in the heart of Augusta, Georgia. Come visit us and discover the art of distillation like never before. Our spirits are curated, ensuring every bottle tells a story of passion and dedication. From our smooth, award-winning bourbon to our crisp and refreshing vodka, we offer a diverse range of flavors that capture the essence of our passion. Join us for a tasting or a tour and experience the spirit of Augusta with Second City Distillery. Cheers.
At F&M Bank, you're more than a customer. You're family. We believe banking should feel like home. Familiar faces, real conversations, and service that's rooted in values and built on relationships. We take the time to know your name, your story, and your dreams. With roots in Washington and Augusta, we're proud to grow with our neighbors. F&M Bank, growing strong, one neighbor at a time.
Well, we just had the introduction to my next guest, did we not? This is Michael Harley. He's with me from F&M Bank.
Thank you, Michael.
What a great commercial.
We are so proud of it. You wouldn't believe the folks in Washington, when they saw it, we had one of our ladies say it brought a tear to her eye to see it, because we've got employees that have been with our bank for a long time.
I almost had a tear in my eye. I mean, that is so well done, because we need to speak to people, especially about something as important as banking.
Yes.
So, I mean, it just, the commercial has such a good feel to it. It feels like a Hallmark commercial. You want to cry. I almost did. But I knew that I had to be back on here, and I can't do that.
It's exactly what we wanted to convey as a bank.
Yes, you're a hometown bank.
We are.
Yes, so when did F&M Bank come into existence?
1950, so it's been around for a long time. You know, Farmers and Merchants banks are like, you know, First Baptist churches in towns. There's a Farmers and Merchants bank of some kind, just coast to coast. Ours is based in Wilkes County, right here, Washington, Georgia. We have a great, strong leadership that is dedicated to having a community feel to our bank. Banking's gotten very corporate. Very big banks can be confusing.
Yes.
We have all the technology and we have all the benefits of the big banks, but we're a small bank, so we can give the personal service that people really deserve.
You certainly do. I bank with F&M Bank, both with my personal and business accounts. And we saw in the commercial the beautiful facility out in Evans.
Yes.
I mean, you walk in and it feels like a lodge, like a home. It's warm, it's cozy. Everyone there is so invested in F&M, and they're all so lovely, and just their greeting is great, and you feel like you're at home.
We love for people to go through our drive-through, but we like it even more when they come inside.
Absolutely.
Our goal is for people to kind of go back 30 or 40 years, so when everybody went inside the bank, we really want people to enjoy coming in our bank. We want everybody in our bank to know who's coming through the door. We like to know everybody. It's just a good feel.
That's interesting you said that, because I was thinking back. I grew up in Kentucky, and I remember we used to have to go into the bank. There was not a drive-through. I don't know when that happened, when that started, but you know, everybody has a drive-through now. The fast food, the liquor stores, everybody wants fast,
Right.
whatever. And so now the banks. But you're right. I am a drive-through bank person, but with you guys, I want to come in there because I know everybody. I want to say hi. I know that you have my best interest, and if I have any questions, I mean, it's just a really feel-good situation.
It is what attracted me to represent F&M Bank, being a hometown person. I mean, I was born in Augusta. I think it just conveys our values. I think that it really speaks to the town itself.
Yes.
And I think if they're unfamiliar with F&M and we haven't hit your radar, I would challenge people to give us a test drive. You will be impressed.
I challenge everyone. I mean, seriously, absolutely. So I love the whole atmosphere there. One thing that I think a lot about is cybersecurity and all of that. To what extent are you guys involved with that in securing people's information and their money and all of that?
Well, first of all, that is really what defines a bank's reputation. If they're not a secure bank, they're not going to get very far. So all banks really have mechanisms in place in the technology world to secure customer information, bank balances, things of that nature. But one of the things that I think is very important, when you have an issue, if you see something that you don't understand on your statement or when you're online and you're with your bank, when you have to call your bank, do you actually know the person on the other end of the phone?
I can sometimes not understand what they're saying.
Yes.
I mean,
with us, and customers that have banked with me they have my cell phone number.
Yeah.
I pride myself on being very easy to reach. I also pride myself on mobility, and I think that we can actually darken the doors of our customers. We can see where they work, the concerns that they have, and we can give a very personal attention to detail that a lot of people just don't have time to do.
I mean, tried and true, you did that with me. You came to my office, and we worked all of that out. I had your cell phone. We did talk about that. So it's important, and I feel really safe and secure in that we did all of that.
That's very important to me as a professional out there working, because, you know, I realize there's a lot of bankers in town, and when someone calls me, you know, I take it upon as a personal responsibility. I want them to continue to call me, and I want them to tell other people about me. All bankers should have that kind of an attitude.
Exactly.
I definitely carry that spirit at F&M Bank.
Yes, you absolutely do. You're not just talking the talk. It's very, very true. Well, in what I do with design, I work with a lot of people who are building a home. They're remodeling a home. These people can come to you if they're remodeling a home. They can come to you and finance some money that can get their project underway.
We would love to help people through those instances. We would love to help people. It goes from everything from building a home to building a business. We are able to help people.
Yes.
And that's the thing that we want to bring. I think that your show brings a spirit of the community to the channel and what people are watching. We want to emulate that. We have that spirit that you carry with your show.
Well, I appreciate that. But, we are community driven right now. That's very important.
Absolutely.
Small business, like with Stephanie, with the painting business, with DNS Painting. I mean, we're local people. We work hard. We're honest, loyal people. And that's what we're looking for in our community these days. And it's nice when we can all come together and work together like that.
It really is. See each other out in the community, just having dinner and being able to speak and knowing each other and having that relationship and that comfortability means so much in a market like ours.
Absolutely. The networking is really, really great. Well, in the future, Michael's going to be talking to us about all kinds of things that F&M Bank does. We're going to have some of your staff coming in, talking about some of the certain services they offer and how it can help everyone.
They'll be far more interesting than I.
Oh, you are great. You are always a wealth of information, and we love it. But thank you for being in Augusta and giving us that great, great service.
That's what I look forward to every day.
We love it. Well, thanks for being here. Guys, stay tuned because I have a great design dilemma coming up. We're going to show you some before and after pictures of a project. So don't turn that dial. We will be right back.
Ever wonder what truly makes a house a home? It's all the thoughtful touches, all the little details that bring personality and character to any space. At Signature Interiors and Gifts, we believe that your home should be as unique as you are. Our collection is a treasure trove of inspiration, just waiting for you to explore. Our team would be honored to help you create a home that's not just lived in, but truly loved. Signature Interiors and Gifts, where every corner of your home tells your story.
It's hard to know where to start when shopping for home or kitchen appliances, but you can count on Kelly Appliance for exceptional value and dedicated customer service. Family owned and operated since 1962, their friendly and knowledgeable staff will see you through the entire process, from selecting the right product to experienced delivery and installation. It's no wonder that Kelly Appliance is consistently awarded for their service and expertise. Visit Kelly Appliance at one of their 2 convenient locations in Martinez and Aiken.
There's something special about mornings at Emma's Cafe, where days begin with a smile, fresh brewed coffee, and breakfast that makes you feel right at home. Try our famous Bulldog breakfast, classic biscuits and gravy, or treat yourself to an unforgettable French toast. Come see us Monday through Saturday from 7 to 1 on Main Street in beautiful Thompson, Georgia. Emma's Cafe, where breakfast is more than a meal, it's a moment.
At Reliable Equipment Rental, we rent the good stuff. From compact lawn and garden equipment, large earth-moving equipment, to Takeuchi compact equipment known for its brute strength and bulletproof durability. Whether you're a professional contractor or a weekend do-it-yourselfer, we have the equipment to get your job done. And in the CSRA, you can only get the good stuff at Reliable Equipment Rental, your trusted Takeuchi dealer. Sales, parts, and service, 4001 Washington Road.
Thank you for staying with us today on the Signature Mike Show. We're so happy to have you here with us. I have a really fun design dilemma, a project that I worked on with a client. Super fun, a client I've been working with for quite a while. Let me just go ahead and show you the before picture of what we had started here. So what you see here is a dining room, and this client, I mean, it was very nice, very lovely. This client is very modern, going more contemporary. I've been working with them for years, and and we've been working on this dining room a little bit to get to the point you see it now, because they were very traditional, and little by little, we were adding modern elements to the space. You can see the big piece of art, and that's very important. That art really gives the theme of the room. And so that's kind of where this started. We played with the rug to pull in some neutral colors from the artwork. And then we had those sconces on either side. I love to add dimensional art, as we've talked about before. So that really made a statement. That was really nice. We changed out this chandelier to this more modern chandelier. But did you see we're changing things? It really still needed much, much, much more attention. So let me just go ahead and move to the after picture. If you will see here what I've got. So what we have is, wow, look at that. Color drenching that Stephanie and I just talked about. That was the first thing I suggested to this client. The reason being, when you walked in from the foyer, you saw the dining room right to your left, right to your right. And you saw all of this neutral pink color in the dining room, down the hallway, up the staircase. You saw that everywhere. And I just wanted to separate and segregate that dining room a little bit. I wanted it to make a big punch, a big wow. So I worked on a paint color. We worked on a paint color. I had to start with a theme in the room. And in this particular case, we changed out the rug. I found a rug that my client liked. It had a big, bold pattern, had grays and golds. It had medium grays, dark grays. So with that said, I could pull out that dark gray color and drench those walls. We drenched the walls, the baseboard, the trim around the window, the crown molding, all of it. That's what we mean by color drenching. You start from the floor up to the ceiling. You do the baseboards and the walls, and if you have chair rail molding or any moldings, you paint all of that. The moldings around the windows, the moldings around the door, the crown moldings, all of that is painted one color, and that gives you a really nice big pop, which is really, really great. So when you're looking at paint color, like we were looking at this fan deck a minute ago, you know, you want to take this with your rug and you want to find a base color of paint that really works with that rug, with that dark color. So that's what we did. We got in this fan deck and we found that color. Now, let's talk about some of the other elements in the room. Let's see. Joe, can we go back to this maybe? The after picture. I want to talk about the chairs that we did, the host and hostess chairs. We left the side chairs, so trying to reuse what we can. We kept the dining room table, we kept the side chairs, but we added a host and hostess chair on either end. So what was important when you do this, you need these chairs to be taller than your side chairs. So we found that, and what I love about this chair, you want it to contrast a little from the other chairs. So it does, in that it's more of an Asian theme, more of a rattan look, but it's still sophisticated because we're going with a sophisticated look here. But look at the shape of those host and hostess chairs. They mimic the sides, those little apron sides. They mimic those side chairs in that style. So it was really great to find these. They're neutral, but again, it just makes a big, big statement. Artwork was very important. You can see we found some artwork with some birds that just really pop. We did 2 of those, so this way I didn't have to do anything else. If you remember the before picture, we had the big piece of art, and then we had the 2 sconces on either side. Now all we need is the artwork. Yeah, see, there we are there. We had that. So we've really simplified the wall. And you can see I did have chair rail molding in there as well. You really can't see it in my picture when we color drenched that wall, but it's still there. We just painted it the same color. But now also look at that chandelier and see how that really pops in this space now. Let's go on to some of the other elements in the room. Look at the drapery treatment that we have. Really, really great. We wanted to keep it clean and simple. See how nice that is? Just a neutral fabric. We pulled out the gold from the rug, and so it's nice. It contrasts with the gold hardware. It really pops off of that deep, dark gray wall. Let me show you what I have here. This was what I used. It's 7 inches wide. We do a lot of drapery tapes, you know, just a few, you know, like this, but go a little wider. These are just a little narrow for me, but we add that on a neutral panel of drapery, and it just really, really made a nice statement. You want to do that on the leading edge. Let's talk about the sconces that I put in there as well, just to give a little nice light at nighttime on either side of the drapery. Really, really super. They're on a dimmer, so you can dim those down. You can, you know, brighten them up. You know, they work well with the chandelier. And so you have some nice light in the evening. Yeah, we already talked about these chairs. I just can't say enough about those fabulous chairs that they mimic the side chairs, and it's nice and neutral there. But when you're working on a project, and you saw in the after picture, I used some big urns, jars, some big ginger jars. They worked really well in the space. We did a big floral arrangement in the middle of the table. We just kept things nice, clean, and simple, but we made them big. We made big, bold statements. So again, when you're working on a project, just start off small, maybe use some placeholders and not redo everything. We're all on a budget, so use a placeholder as you're shopping a month later, find something and you can easily replace it. But don't always feel like you have to do everything at once. As you see, this was a project in the works. You've seen this project on my show before. It's just I've taken it to a new step with some chairs and with the window treatment. So now you see the whole picture. So it's all there. But again, don't let this fan deck, don't let it scare you. Don't let it scare you. Talk to a designer, to a decorator, to a painter. Talk to someone, and we can help you figure out what your best route is to go. And don't, again, forget about the little samples that you can do. Stephanie was telling us about the sheets that you can kind of tape up, the little sheets, all of that. Or you can paint, like I said, but just check it out. But thank you for joining us for this Design Dilemma. We loved having you, and I can't wait to share more projects with you. We will be right back.
Imagine a life filled with energy, adventure, and clarity, where each day is a new opportunity. At Be Healthy Medical Weight Loss, we're here to turn that vision into reality. With over 15 years of experience in the Augusta area, our specialists are dedicated to guiding your health journey. Whether you want to lose 10 pounds or 100, trust our experts to get you to your goals confidently and safely. Buzz on over to 4150 Washington Road so you can thrive at the Hive.
Hi, Suzanne Lily Honeymichael here with Hardwood Floors & More. We truly appreciate the opportunities we've had to work in so many homes over the years. And now we want to invite you to our showroom to discover why we are the company that friends recommend. Our quality products, knowledgeable staff, and the tremendous skill set of our technicians is what has made Hardwood Floors & More the most trusted locally owned business for over 30 years. Hardwood Floors & More, so much more in store for you.
What if the perfect pair of shoes could transform more than just your outfit? At Signature Soles and Apparel, it's not just about fashion, it's about finding the pieces that make you feel confident, unique, and ready to take on the world. From stunning shoes to statement outfits and accessories, every item is carefully chosen to help you express your personality. Let our friendly team help you discover your next favorite look. Signature Soles and Apparel, where every step you take feels beautifully you. Welcome to Bordeaux Steak and Seafood in Thompson, Georgia, where casual dining meets southern charm and every meal feels like a special occasion. Our mouth-watering steaks, fresh seafood, and handcrafted cocktails set the stage for unforgettable moments. Whether it's date night, a family celebration, or just because, Bordeaux offers the perfect mix of comfort and class. Come see us tonight. You're always welcome at our table.
I hope you enjoyed the show today with my fabulous guest. Thank you for being here with me.
Thank you.
I appreciate it, my good friends.
Yes.
Hey, we just saw that commercial of Signature Soles, and that's where your blouse came from.
It is.
I'm just saying, I know everybody was probably looking, saying, where did she get that blouse? But anyway, thank you for being here. Michael, did this freak you out today?
It freaks me out just looking at it.
Don't let it freak you out. Stay tuned to the Signature Mike Show tomorrow, and we'll talk about more paint and design.
All right.